Welcome back to another fun-filled show. I'm your host. He is Blanchard, aka Free Blanche, aka Blanchard Adamas, aka Blanchy Kruger. And today I have a special guest, a good friend of mine, making conservatism look cool, MCLC. And we are going to be on here today talking about everything in black and white. And y'all know black and white is a pun for black folks and white folks. But
Yeah, for sure.
So what's up, man? What's been going on?
Nah, man, everything's good on this side, man. As far as dealing with family, kids, working, man. Just it's good to be back on here with somebody like yourself, man. Just being able to chop it up. I love what you do, man. You have a lot of great private conversations, man. I always get some good edification, man. Just talking to you. And just listening to you when you go live, man. So I appreciate that. It's an honor to be able to do this live with you, brother.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks.
Y'all can come to YouTube right now because I'm up now. But anyway, what's up, y'all? What's up, Prudence? What's up, Dozum Diff? What's up, Lynn Bell? What's up, Baby for Life? What's up, Edamon L. Anyway, let's jump into this. I got some clips, man, that I think you might enjoy. And I just wanted to talk about, some of these clips. But it's one I'm gonna start off with that's just
I already know, man. I already know. It's amazing the stuff that they send you, brother.
It's out of control, man. I got it's so much, like it might be too much. I got too much.
It needs to be taught. It needs to be discussed, though. That's the thing. It needs to be discussed.
I kind of want to respond to that video them girls did, but I'll wait. Let me
you the captain.
Let me go this right here.
All right.
I'm gonna wait.
It is hating. That's right. Pro-white is hating because why are you saying pro-white when you're at the top? Makes no sense. Yeah. Like when people say brown power, that means they're oppressed.
That's right.
And they're just trying to get their head above the water and just feel proud of themselves.
That's right.
But no one's hating you. I mean, I don't like what you do to us, and it happens to be you doing it to us.
Yeah.
But pro-blackness is just being proud of who you are. That's all it is. It's just
that's telling you shouldn't.
you shouldn't be. And it's like everyone's mad because you go, oh, there goes that black.
Well, here's the difference. When you say, like you just said, pro-white is pro-white. The weirdness of pro-white is that it is a kind of double entendre. It's saying that we have to say this out loud in spite of all the messages around us demonstrating that white is consistently right, that white is the standard. And so if an individual needed to say out loud, that speaks something else. It's kind of like if men were to throw a male power march.
Yeah. It makes no
It makes no sense.
Makes no sense.
Male privilege dominates everything we do. When you think about, I saw this TED Talk on architecture.
I gotta stop right here, man.
No, they were just lying. The lies, man. Go ahead, brother. They were just. I mean, everything they're saying is just a lie, man.
I got it. So this man just said. Now we just talked about masculinity being under attack, and this how you know that black men are weak and pathetic. They don't even realize it's under attack.
No, they don't. They don't.
Think about black men running around, not even realize they're being attacked for their masculinity. You know why? They don't feel it because they ain't masculine.
They're not only that, Blanche, they live in an echo chamber of liberalism, man, and progressive ideology, man. So this stuff, like these thoughts, these ideas that are pervasive to us, that are just normal to us, to them, man, it doesn't even reach them. So they're clearly in an echo chamber where everybody that's around them are led by their emotions. They're not around any masculine men, and like you just said, these are not masculine men. So it's under attack so much so that they don't even realize it. They numb to it. Like they've already these men are they're already defeated. You're already defeated. You know.
Yeah, and so to piggyback off your point, Godfrey starts off by saying that white people are on top, and white people, and keep in mind, he's talking about white as a collective. He's not factoring in poor white people. He's not factoring in regular middle class people. These people actually believe that the average white person walking on the street has power over them.
I was thinking the same thing.
And so this dude is talking and he says, when you say brown power, that means you're oppressed. No, it doesn't. That don't mean, like, you saying brown power, that don't mean you oppressed. In what world does that mean you're oppressed because you say something?
Hey, Blanche, it's funny because I'm gonna piggyback off what you say all the time, man. When black people say stuff, it's automatically assumed that it's true. So they speak with this confidence, man, this arrogance, as if everything that they say is supposed to be accepted as fact, without any critical thinking, without, there's supposed to be no scrutiny, anything, no magnifying glass held to none of the things that they say. And it's just dishonesty. But this just goes back to, like, these guys live in an echo chamber, and this is what they hear all day long, and they're just regurgitating these illogical thoughts and ideas, man.
It's just crazy how he's talking so matter-of-factly about being oppressed. And he was like, nobody hates you, white people. Yes, y'all do.
It's a lie. It's a lie.
Yes, y'all do hate white people. Yes, y'all do.
Like, if they had hey, Blanche, if they had to do a lie detector test, both of these guys will fail. If they asked them, do you hate white people? And they answered, no, we don't. They'll fail. Of course. Because, deep down inside, 97% of black people, I'm being generous, hate white people. They know that it sounds bad when they say that, but they know that's how they feel. But it's so bad that in the black community, black people would tell you, man, they will mock you by saying, oh, you love white people. If you agree with like, they consider you loving white people. To them, that's a jab. Like, they take that as that's an insult. Right. Oh, you like white people? I'm like, yeah, I do. I love white people. I love everybody. Like, we commanded to love everybody. So the fact that you're trying to insult me based on the fact because you assume that I love white people, because you think I love white people, which I do, and I'm unapologetic about that. But it just goes to show you how most black people's how their thinking is, man. Let me continue this. These people up here lying.
Texture once, and they talked about the architecture of sports stadiums, and when you go to a concert, how the line for the women's bathroom is all the way out the arena, but the line for the men's bathroom is not. They say it's because all those architects are men, and there is a way to do that such that wouldn't happen. And so,
are you stupid?
This dude is a retard, bro.
Are you listen, are you dumb? Are you dumb? The reason why the lines are long, dummy, is because when women go to the bathroom, they don't just stand up and piss like men and get up.
No, they checking makeup.
They got a whole process when they go to the bathroom. Are you dumb? Are you stupid?
Man. This is ridiculous, homie. This is the effeminate, emasculated black man of 2026, man. Here you're looking right at him. And this is why brothers like myself, brothers like Blanche say we not black. We unapologetic about it. Yes, we are melanated people. Yes, I can't deny that. But as far as identifying with, like, because when you say that you're black, this is what black is. Let's be honest. Like, this is how most black men think. So while we out here keep talking about black women, nah, man, black men, y'all deserve some of this smoke too. Because y'all the reason why black women think like this. Like, if you guys are so weak and pathetic, naturally our women are going to feel like it's okay to be weak and pathetic and have this type of loser mentality. And that's all it is. It's a loser, defeatist mentality. And I don't want to associate myself with it at all. It's just it's that simple.
This dude said, "This man, he's stupid, man. He's stupid."
Yeah, this is crazy.
If you are the curator of the space by which everything is defined as normal, to speak power to that is a demonstration of something that's not really true and something that's different than what people who are marginalized are looking to do.
154.
Well, I'm so sick of that word, man. That marginalized, like they're literally using this word to death. And again, they believe because they say these people are marginalized, like this is they speak so matter of fact about this. Like when you define marginalized, what? Because somebody disagreed with your ideology, that means you're marginalized. And even if you're marginalized, so what? You deserve to be marginalized. You deserve to be marginalized. You deserve to be thought of very small because your ideology is idiotic, is trifling, is weak, and it doesn't deserve any reverence. So basically, it just boils down to anything that the masses disagree with, because that's what they're really talking about. They're mad that they're mad that white people are the majority. Black people are the minority, even though black people continue to contribute to them being the minority through abortion, through black on black genocide. But the same thing that's affecting your talking point, you contribute to it. So it's just, these guys are just pathetic, man. And this, again, this is what black is, unfortunately.
Yeah, man. And it's just funny to me that now these guys will be considered tethers because they have the Africa 154 154 podcast with the African and the O, hosted by Godfrey and Akbar. So these quote unquote, I guess, African brothers got this show now. If they had regular talking points with common sense, they'd be called tethers. But because they told a line of blackness, they don't call them tethers.
I noticed that. Like I noticed, like when because I don't really follow Godfrey like that, like dude, and it's unfortunate, man, because Godfrey's talented, man. You can't take that away from him. He is super talented, but he's very, very, very weak, man. He's a very defeatist mindset.
Yeah, he's a beta.
He's a beta through and through, and it's crazy because this dude went to what they call it, PW, what they call the white colleges. He went to Illinois University.
Predominantly white university?
Yeah, he went to Illinois, fighting Illini. Yeah, so he went to Illinois University. I believe he has a master's degree. And I'm like, man,
and then he tries that. This is what black folks do. They get educated and want to get pro-black.
And then you want to get pro-black. I'm like, yo, where was this when you was receiving, your parents came over here as immigrants with nothing, were able to send you off to college? Like what door gets stopped? What door gets, gets closed for Godfrey? Like every door. He's been on Shade 45. He's been in movies. He travels all over the world.
He does what he wants to do.
He does what he wants to do like this. Like he literally does what he wants to do. This is, right now, and I believe he's up. This may be his third podcast.
Whatever. This was funny to me, right? Black people will tell you that they're being oppressed as they speak to you from their own show. Like, you're telling me that you're oppressed from the comfort of your show at your studio.
In your studio. Crazy. In your studio. I'm like, hold on, man. If there's supposed to be a system of oppression, you're not supposed to, every door that you're supposed to open, supposed to get closed in your face.
Every door.
Every single, I'm not talking about just because what black people are just talking about are just inconveniences. Black people look at any minor inconvenience as racism, as a hurdle. I'm trying, even in the Bible, it doesn't tell you, it says man is going to toil the earth. So where they get this whole notion that everything is just going to be given to you and you're not going to run into any type of controversy or conflict, and it goes to show you the lack of character in most black men, because these are not traits that they uphold. They just don't.
Right. I got another video. Hold on. I listen, man. I got some doozies, boy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
God
man.
comes
That was
from
crazy.
oppressing us Everything y'all got comes from oppressing us back then. Everything y'all got, y'all came from leeching off us, leeching off our land.
So
everything that
electricity,
we got, and that's why y'all are
automobiles,
the way y'all are.
philosophy, modern science, that comes from black people. That's your claim. All modern philosophy, diplomacy, contracts, that did not come from black people. Common law, aircraft carriers, calculus, chemistry, English. Did black people make that?
It comes from Italy. Let me
Comes
tell
from
you
England,
something.
but yeah.
You do know y'all came to Africa to learn science, mathematics, medicine, and all that stuff,
So
right?
we went to Africa, we learned science, went back, did everything, and then came back and colonized you.
Couldn't retain it. And then you couldn't retain it. You know what the Dark Ages is?
Bro, are you serious?
Black history, man. I equate. Go ahead, Blanche. My bad.
And this is what I mean. They get mad at me. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Think about a black man talking like this, and he's around black folks, and he never gets corrected.
Never.
No one ever says what you just said doesn't make any sense. What you said sounds stupid. You look dumb. He never hears that.
Look how confident he looks, though. Like the way he speaks so matter of fact about these things, as if, like you just said, his echo chamber, everybody regurgitates these same talking points. And that's why I equate black history to mythology. Mother Goose tales, Aesop's fables.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's all black history. Throw that with that, you know.
This man said that white people couldn't retain the information they stole from black people, so they had to go back to Africa and colonize them. Think about
this. That's literally a contradiction.
White people go there to get the information, go back to the caves in Europe, forget everything.
Don't forget the caves, though. You gotta make sure. Don't forget the caves, because that's where they come from, right?
Then come back from the caves and then go take over Mighty Kemet. Mighty Cook. They go and conquer. Now keep in mind, the cavemen and women had sticks and stones as weapons.
Right.
So they conquered Wakanda with sticks and stones.
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense to me. Makes a whole lot of sense. That makes sense, man. It makes a lot of sense, man. It goes to show you how when you believe in, you know, when you subscribe to this whole victim mentality, man, it just literally, you know, it removes all critical thinking. It just completely obliterates it. You know, right. The fact that they think that this stuff makes sense. And you know the sad part, Blanche, like they actually teach this stuff to their children.
That's what's crazy.
That's like, yo, so imagine the next generation and the generation after. So here we are, here I am. I'm a father of 5, teaching my kids to speak everything against that. But then my children gotta grow up in a world where these people are their peers, and my sons and my daughters have to date these people. They gotta procreate with these people. Right. I know that. I get it. I know what I'm saying. It sounds harsh. I'm sorry, but not sorry, because at the end of the day, if we supposed to be moving forward in society, man, we got to move forward in truth, man. So,
yeah, man. LARPing for Cash said before white people colonists came to Africa, we're saying before white people, quote unquote, colonists came to Africa, there was no second story building in all of Africa. Now think about this. Think about now. They want to convince you that black people did all of this stuff, right? But if you go back to Africa and observe the people that held to their traditions for 3,000 years, you see no advancements. Like think about it, the people in Africa that they say this tribe has been this way for all these thousands of years. Why don't we see any flying cars?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Why don't we see anything that's like of any kind of?
Why don't you build a Sphinx again? Why can't you build? Where's the pyramids?
What are pyramids?
I'm like Tyler Perry. He got a studio in Atlanta.
So guess what? So you saying if you can't build a pyramid, at least build a studio, right?
At least build a studio. Like, come on, man, y'all. This is insane, man. And like you said, the cavemen conquered you guys. So my thing is, when would black people get tired of this whole victim, tethering themselves to this victim mentality, like tethering themselves to this loser, not even a victim, just a victim. It's a loser mentality. Like, when do you want to, like, I look at myself as a victor. I don't view myself like black people view the world like they're 2 feet tall. Like, they view the world from like the perspective of somebody that's only 2 feet tall.
Right.
I view the world as a conqueror. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at the world as like there's nothing that I can't do.
Right.
And I teach that to my children, and that's what I try to, you know, I teach that to my wife, you know, and everybody that's around me. You know what I'm saying? So this whole notion of just, you know, every time we had something, it was taken from you. Well, we could just erase that whole entire conversation, because look how many black people destroyed the lives of black people the past 50, 60 years. So at the end of the day, a lot of the things that black people complain about, they're not that they complain about in regard to white people. They're not unique to white people.
Right.
Black people, you do these things. Right. Matter of fact, you do them disproportionately. You do them at a higher magnitude. And that's what black people don't. It's like they don't want you to see what they're doing. So let's always point the finger at white folks. If we can always go back to 1921 in the red summer, you know, like, yo, I'm like, yo.
Listen, I'm gonna go listen. I'm gonna go back in the past too. Listen, I'm going to go back in the past.
Man, I'm from Washington, D.C. I could just talk about the year 1991 alone. 1992 alone, like we've had in 91, we had like 600 something murders in DC. Like, we was the murder capital for 7 years in a row. And growing up here, people used to brag about that. When I used to go out of town, people used to revere me being from DC because, oh yeah, you from the murder capital. I'm like, that ain't nothing to be like. So it goes to show you this is culture. This stuff, it's all tied to culture, because the things that black people do is nothing to be revered, you know.
Hold on, let me
If they were kings or queens, where were the remnants of castles?
No, hold on, but Camper Kid brought up a great point. Think about this. Think about Africa and think about all these great empires that supposedly existed. Why don't you see any remnants of them?
None.
Like why? Like, you telling me all these great kingdoms existed, but there's no remnants of nothing?
No, that's 100%. Why are they also trying to claim Egypt? Like Egyptians are like Africa. Black people got to realize Africa is a continent of 54 countries.
Right.
So just like you know, Turkey and India are not the same, just like Russia and Japan are not the same. Uganda and Ethiopia is not the same. Nigeria and Egypt is not the same. You can clearly see that the culture that black people are trying to uphold and give reverence to, this has nothing to do with quote unquote black culture, because the Egyptians and black people don't have nothing in common. They never did. So I don't know why black people keep trying to claim that they're Egyptians, because they're not. They're black. You guys are from you know, Western Africa.
I have a National Geographic magazine, and it says that black pharaohs ruled Egypt for 600 years. So even if we say that y'all did do it, first of all, y'all didn't build the pyramids; they was already built, and y'all was there for a short amount of time. Even if what they saying is true, y'all still didn't do it. You just rented out.
Exactly.
Hold on. Top Herc said, "Why is it so hard to get over you that you came from huts, people? You're doing way better now. Mexicans be 5'2" and move like Hercules.
Move like Hercules, man. I'm telling you, man. They come over here with no complaints, man. Setting up shop, man. They got their food trucks everywhere. I'm like, I can't even be mad at them, man. Like, and then black people will complain about them, but the politicians that you support are ushering them in your community and replacing you. So it's like what I realized, man, it's something that Chad O. Jackson said recently. Like black people are in the business of grievance, man. Like black people they truly are in the business of grievance. They need something to complain about. And I think somebody asked, I think it was Steven Crowder. It was like, do you think if they gave black people reparations, they'll still complain? And he was like, nope, they still go find a reason to complain.
Oh yeah, they're not gonna listen.
Yeah.
Dear white people, don't ever give black people a single thing. If you give them reparations and you give them exactly what they asked for, they are still going to complain. And you know what? They're going to be worse because now they know y'all don't know what to do it.
Exactly.
Because y'all were dumb enough to give them reparations, and they know now they're going to really terrorize you.
Right.
Now you about to get strong on.
Exactly. Nah, 100%, man. Nah, you ain't lying.
Hold on, let's go. I got a throwback. I thought I had another one, man. I can't find the. I'm gonna look for it.
You say a 5'2" move like
Hercules.
Hercules.
Feel generally about the Freedom Riders and groups like that coming through Mississippi?
I think.
How do you feel generally about the Freedom Riders and groups like that coming through Mississippi?
I think they're just asking for trouble.
Well, I think they should have stayed where they was at and just trying to stir up trouble. That's all it is. They should have stayed where they belong. If people, the public, would let the police force handle the situation, I believe that in Mississippi, integration would not be omitted.
I don't like it.
Why not?
Well, I just don't think it's right. If ain't people in Mississippi are ready for that, then they'll say they are.
You agree on this?
I think that we were better off before it started.
Well, we all think it was pretty good. There wasn't much trouble, you know. They just come in and they just shipped right out as soon as they started trouble.
How do you feel about the Freedom Riders coming to Mississippi in the first place?
Well, I don't think none of us like it. I mean, I just think we ought to have open season on all of them.
What do you mean by open season?
Well, just to chase them all out. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's not going to last too long before the people down here get a little antagonized with it, and they're going to take it into their own hands, I mean.
The South has a large nigger population. In our state, it's about 42% of the total. And anyone with two eyes in his head and roughly normal vision can look around him and see that there's a vast and permanent difference between the white and colored people. That, as Abraham Lincoln so wisely said a number of years ago, would forever prohibit them from living on terms of equality in the same society. Right?
Abraham Lincoln is quoted as saying, I will say then that I am not nor ever have been in favor of bringing about any way the social and political equality of the white and black races. That I am not nor ever have been in favor of making voters or jurors of Negroes, nor of qualifying them to hold office, nor to intermarry with white people. So again, black people think this is racism. What I told the Chad O. Jackson the other day, think about black folks getting the right to vote and think about how weaponized the black vote is today. It's a weapon.
It is. It truly is. Yeah, no.
Because black folks vote 90+% for one party, it's a literal weapon. That means that much voting power for a group of people, everything's going to be affected by it.
They're the only racial demographic that votes.
The only. No other group. You might see 60-40, 45-55, right. 50-50, but only one group gives that much political cachet to one party, and black people. And think about it. The Democratic Party has seeped into every facet of black society. The church, the schools, you can go to the colleges, you can go to everywhere that black folks exist, the Democrats have their clutches in there. And so to me, people say they were racist, but like, they're not racist. They had foresight.
Exactly.
They can see the way y'all behaved then, and they knew if we give you all power, it's going to be a problem.
Go Go ahead. My bad.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, like what Frank Zano said, man. Before when he was discussing like the Negro, he was basically saying we are what we are. I think a lot of like Black people, I think a lot of the issues that they have, they erase the whole human element of how they view the world. They remove that. And it becomes very illogical, because when you remove the social and human element from these type of conversations, you just reduce it to just a conversation where you're just talking from emotions. Like with those people we're talking about, that wasn't racism. They like you just said, this was foresight. What happened if you're going to have forced integration? That's never a good thing. Forced integration or forced segregation, it's not good. And what happened once when they allowed that to happen? Look what ended up happening. Have the race relations gotten any better? In regard to have how can I put it? By them doing that, they built up a lot of resentment in regard to how white people view them. Because they realized that these people weren't coming in there with good intentions. They wasn't. This was a communist Marxist movement that was literally using young people to infiltrate a whole a system. So these young kids, I'm not mad at them for believing, the freedom fighters and all whatever. They a lot of them didn't know what was going on, but no. Dr. King and Medgar Evers and all these guys, they knew what was going on. They knew what they were doing, and they did not come with good intentions. And these white folk that you hear talking, they knew that. They knew that. And like you said, these folks had foresight.
And think about this too, right? Think about you thinking that white people are racist, is what you're thinking. But you want to force yourself to integrate with them.
Makes no sense.
So what you're saying is, you're saying that these people don't like us, and clearly y'all don't like them either. But we want to be next to you to do what?
Exactly. To do what? Like no, seriously, Blanche. Question mark. To do what? What are we going to do? So are we going? So, okay, let's put a question mark. Now let's help fill in the blank. Are we going to adapt to your culture, or we're going to just have our culture and are they just going to adapt to the culture that's already precedent, or are you going to set up a culture or continue a culture that's already destructive, or are you going to participate in a culture that these people vehemently disagree with? Because let's just be honest, this is a culture that many people vehemently disagree with. They recoil from it. That's just a fact. And guess what? They have the right to feel that way. They have the right to not like the things that you like. That is their rights. Because guess what? You guys don't like the things that they like. Now you enjoy in all of the luxuries and the infrastructure that they've created, but you complain about their food. You say they smell like wet dogs. You say they don't shave their leg. All types of just myths and just nonsense. Like I done heard Black people say white people don't shave their legs. They grow tails. I'm like, and you can say these things around Black people and get no pushback.
Right.
Like no Black person is going to say, hey man, that's not true. I don't think you should say that. So I'm just like you just said, and do what? What are you going to integrate with them and do what? Set up your culture for them to be repulsed by? Or are you going to adapt to their culture?
And you brought up a great point when you said that when Black people are being racist around other Black people, they never get corrected. No. They never get stopped. They never get challenged. And I can say honestly, every time they show a video of somebody white saying something like the N-word or something, there's always other white people saying don't do it. Like
exactly.
Like every time y'all show these videos of white folks quote unquote being racist, there's always other white people saying don't do it. But when you show videos of black folks being racist, there is nobody saying nothing.
Nah,
it's just a free for all things you want to say.
They get carte blanche to just full immunity just to say whatever they want with no pushback. And it's very, very, very hypocritical. Very hypocritical,
Combat Medic said the Panthers marched on my school when I was in the first grade, and there was white kids in the school at the time. This is what I mean. And black folks don't understand.
Just confused, just chaos, man.
There's no such thing as an organic black movement.
It's never happened.
All these movements are controlled by communists and Marxists, 100%. Even globalists. There is no organic, nothing in the black community. It's all orchestrated. And black folks have a very difficult time seeing the forest through the trees. None of this stuff is real. Do you think Jasmine Crockett came out of nowhere?
Exactly.
You think Kamala Harris? You think Kamala Harris came out of nowhere? You think Obama came out of nowhere?
You think BLM came out of nowhere?
You think BLM came out of nowhere? You think Jamal Bryant came out of nowhere?
Exactly. You're right.
What are you talking about?
Right. Nah, 100%, man. All of these things are orchestrated. All of these things has Marxist, communist underpinnings. But when you're so clouded by this victim mentality, I get tired even saying that, because I hear conservatives who use that and they have this victim mentality. But when you have this defeatist, this defeated loser mentality, it's you're more susceptible to believing in these things. Even though your entire existence, it contradicts that. And most people will see this video of these white people, and they're talking the way that they're talking, and they're like, man, look how that's mean. Why they're talking that way? That's racist. Like, nah, they had foresight. They realized that when these Negroes was gonna come in their town, they was gonna cause chaos, and they were going to hate them. And look what happened to this, and look what's happening to this day. Black people hate white people. They just do. They do.
And you know what's crazy? Imagine you telling me how bad I am, but then you want to sit next to me.
You don't have good intentions. Yo, Blanche, you don't have good intentions.
You don't have
good intentions.
You're telling me that white people are the most horrible thing on the planet,
but I want to be around.
You want to integrate. It don't make any sense.
I ain't buying it.
I'm not buying it.
They never had good intentions, man. Dr. King, he didn't have good intentions, man. He never did. The civil rights movement, these guys did not have good intentions, man. It just that's the elephant in the room that a lot of black people can't get. They can't get over.
So like when Godfrey says, if someone says brown power, that means they're oppressed. If someone says black power, that means no, it doesn't though.
No, it doesn't. You saying that just because you say that. No, you think just because you say that, like, no, I'm not oppressed, Godfrey. So my thing is, so if me and Godfrey are sitting in a room together, and I tell Godfrey I'm not oppressed, what you think Godfrey gonna tell me?
He'll tell you oppressed.
This is what I'm talking about, man. How you going to tell another man that's telling him that he's not oppressed? You're going to tell that man that he is oppressed, and I'm supposed to identify with that. I'm supposed to accept that. A man with a wife and children, a career, I'm supposed to accept that. But guess what? Most black people do. Most black people they will be on Godfrey's side. They would agree with Godfrey.
Man, let me tell you what. Let me play this video first before I tell you. Let me play this.
Just in a nutshell is the reason.
How do you, as a Southerner, justify your position?
1961. Mississippi responds to peaceful integration and protest. And this is another thing too, right? Black people struggle with context. Peaceful is subjective.
Exactly.
Meaning, stimulated student just said, integration without assimilation is an invasion. And it's true. If you think about it, if you saying that white folks are the dominant culture and you plan on integrating into what they call white society,
it's going to be conflict.
If you don't plan on doing what white society does, there's going to be conflict, like you said.
Conflict, yes.
So what you're really saying is that we want to cause conflict.
Right.
We want to cause agitation. Because I'm under the impression that if y'all tell me black folks got the better food, black folks dress better, black folks got the better music, black folks got everything
clothes,
better. Why would you want to integrate?
Right.
It doesn't make any sense unless you're going over there, like Stem said, as an invasion, which is what they were doing.
Well, now you don't have good intentions, because again, if you go to Japan, you assimilate with the culture. If you go to Japan to move there, you're going to assimilate with the culture in Japan. If you go to India, you're going to assimilate with the culture in India. Like anytime you're the minority and you're going around a bunch of people you're going around a bunch of people that are considered the majority, you're going to have to assimilate, and black people have a hard time wrapping their head around that. You know, like you have to.
Well, this is the thing, right? The problem is that black people, where they want to go, assimilation is allowed. So black folks want to be around white people. So they're going to countries that, for the most part, are going to be more welcoming to all people. Black folks don't want to go to these other places, because other places ain't going to accept them like that. They don't play. Black folks know these other countries, they can go over there and cut up. Black folks know where to go to cut up.
Right. Yeah. There's not going to be no real heavy pushback on a lot of these places that they get, especially in Europe. You can go to England and cut up. White people are like, because white people are all they're very, they welcome with open arms when it comes to assimilation. A lot of like we say, most white folk they woke liberals. So these white people that y'all hate so much, man, they like y'all. They agree with most of the things that y'all say. So the only ones that y'all don't like is the ones that disagree with y'all, the ones that don't think y'all victims, the ones that don't think y'all deserve reparate. Them the ones that y'all don't like.
Right.
So, when you really look at it, man, it just boils down to do who agrees with us and who don't agree with us. If you disagree with us, then you're our enemy. Like black people don't even invite the idea of different thoughts. Like you have to believe what they believe. If not, you're an enemy of them.
Black people, Jason Watry on Instagram said, black people feel like racism is the only thing that validates their failures in life. and I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's the ultimate safety net. It's the ultimate crutch.
Larby for Cash said that most whites voted against this in Europe and the USA, and we voted against immigration. They're saying that most white people aren't liberal. Well, listen, I'm gonna say this. I don't think most white people are liberal. I don't. I think that.
Well, maybe in the United States, I can't. I'll stand. I stand corrected on that in general, but in the United States, I think they are, man. I believe most of them in the United States are.
Well, see, the problem is that if you listen to, and this is for white people. Let me finish this video.
A Negro citizen, he pays taxes, sometimes he votes, that he is not your equal.
I don't know the equality in I'm really not sure how you mean equal.
Well, I mean equal in every sense of the word.
Well, equality in every sense of the word is obviously a myth. There are no people who are equal, no two people. There are no two races who are equal.
The separate restrooms, the separate lunch counters, things of this type, the separate schools. How do you justify this if you think of him as an American citizen like you are?
Well, I don't see that there's any special connection. Why should the Negro feel any more discriminated against than the white man for associating with his own kind? White people who are segregated don't seem to resent it. And I don't think most niggers resent it. They seem to prefer that.
They do seem to prefer that. Outwardly, they have shown little interest in the battle against integration.
You heard what he just said? He said that not only do white folks not have a problem with it, but most black folks don't either.
Most black, and that's the thing. When you talk to most black people, like my folks from the South, they don't have none of these horror stories that you hear from these black people that were born in the 90s and the 80s. I'm like, you guys have a whole different perspective on things that happened years before you were born. But when I asked the people that actually grew up during these times, like my mother, my grandparents, they don't have these horror stories.
Right.
So something's not adding up. And it goes to show you this is just misinformation, it's propaganda, that's being, and then when I look at my life and I look at, the things that I've been able to achieve, and I'm like, man, I've never had, the only obstacles that I had in my way were the obstacles that was put in front of me by black people. That's it. I grew up in public housing. I was terrorized by black people the majority of my life. There wasn't no white people telling me that, like you was talking about the other day, Blanche, when you was like how your mom had that garage and they took I remember being like 15 years old, man, and my mom just got this, she lost her car and she got another used car. It was like a Plymouth Vista, man. And like, she got into an altercation with one of our neighbors downstairs. Again, we live in a public housing, and this woman, daughter, or I think it was her daughter, but the woman put a hole in my mom's car. You put a hole in somebody that, like, we don't even have money. We're poor.
You don't care.
Knowing that we are on Section 8. We on food stamps. And my mom scraped up enough money to get a car. And this woman gets so mad at my mom that she took a pole and put a hole in my mom's car. Like she had the money to just to get that fixed. I would never forget that. I would never forget that. So when black people talk about the trauma that white people, like, stop it. You guys don't go through no trauma by the hands of white people. You go through inconveniences. That's it. And guess what? The same inconveniences that you go through dealing with white people, you deal with it with black people, but you just label it something else when it comes to black people. When white people do something, you elevate it to racism. But when black people do it, they're just being an asshole. Like I got countless stories of that.
They say slavery made them do that.
Oh, slavery, of course it did.
See, the student said white people were guilted into opening their arms. White people forgot who they are.
I agree. Let
me finish the video.
There were no Mississippi Negroes among the Freedom Riders. Jackson Negro College students have attempted to use the white library, but even this drew no positive support from the rest of the Negro community.
So what we find is that black people were content. Black people were content being separate from white people. They had no problem with it. And it's crazy because you see that the person narrating, the guy said the blacks have a problem with it either, though. Think about it. The guy just said none of the Freedom Riders were from Mississippi. So that means everybody's from out of state. What are y'all doing?
Right.
If the local black people are not complaining, then what are you all doing? And the problem, the problem is that nobody wants to say this. What black people cannot exist without white people. You can't even exist. Because if you don't think about it, if white people left this planet tomorrow, black people would create another form of oppression.
100%.
Hold on, they ain't oppressed now. Let me clarify that.
Yeah, Let's get that straight.
They're not oppressed now, right. But black people would create oppression.
Right.
They would either pick the Asians to oppress them, or they would pick the Jews. They would pick another group to oppress them.
Right.
It'd be another group. And
it's baked into the culture. Like the culture is a grievance culture. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a opposition. The culture within Black culture, there needs to be an opposition for this whole Black thing to thrive. You know.
Nicodemus says,
I used to love that show. He talk about family ties, man. I used to love that show, but go ahead.
He said Michael J. Fox's conservative character was taking the world by storm, which is true, still in the show. So they made him they moved to a bad time slot.
I'm not surprised.
And guess what?
That was that was way before its time too, man. Like when I used to watch that show, of course, I thought that he was a little racist because, you know, being taught conservative talking points was considered racist.
Yeah.
But I'm listening to the things he's saying. I'm like, a lot of the stuff that he's saying it makes sense. Why are we saying that these things is racist?
Right. Hold on, let me see something.
Yeah, it's a classic show, man. Classic show.
Great show.
Classic show. Classic.
Great show. This is who Black folks like right here.
I've been grinding all my life. Hey, all my life. Been grinding all my life. Sacrifice. Hustle, pay the price. Want a slice? Gotta roll the dice. That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life. Now I'm torn through the great opposition in this biz, and look, I'm gonna keep on getting rich.
Yeah, I thought that was Bernie Sanders. Yeah. Oh man. I don't even know what to say, man. That one right there. I don't know what this. I'm speechless, man. I'm just. Okay, help me out here with this one, Blanche. Is he cosplaying? Is he accepted? What we doing? Where we at?
So this is how you. Okay, so if he follows this little charade up with, let's say he's an attorney. I'm taking Black people's cases pro bono. Then he's accepted. So it's only. It's only.
I just realized what you did.
Yeah, it's only pandering and cosplaying or culturally appropriating if you're not offering Black folks. So in other words, Black folks don't mind cosplaying and cultural appropriation as long as you get him something. It's like a homeless person on the corner.
You know what? I'm gonna piggyback on that because I'm just realizing this is something. What you're just talking about is something that just dawned on me recently. So I'm watching Joe Budden's podcast, and he has Mark Lamont Hill, out of all people. He's a part of the show, and Mark Lamont Hill is talking about Bruno Mars' new album. And as he's describing the album, he mentioned, Bruno Mars does this whole I like his album, but Bruno Mars, he does this whole cosplaying. And I'm thinking to myself, hold on. So was John B cosplaying? Is Eminem so I'm trying to figure out, like, if it's somebody that you guys like, you accept them. But I realize, I guess if, like you just said, if they not offering you something, now you cosplaying. Because I'm like, man, everybody loves Bruno Mars. Like, he's like, let's be honest, man. Like, as far as musicianship and putting on a great show, he's literally second to none right now. He's vocally superior to all the Black singers that's out right now. And
a way better entertainer.
He's 100% better than every single Black entertainer that's out. That you, Adam, the only one that could maybe hold a candle to him is, I guess, Chris Brown as far as dancing.
Yeah.
But singing and musicianship, he mops the floor with Chris Brown. But that's really not my point. My point is, like, you put the cherry on top as far as, like, saying, okay, basically, if you offer something to them, now I guess they don't consider it. It basically, it's like it's fleeting. Their emotions is fleeting. It's based on how they feel. It's not based on actual substance. It's not based on actual observation. It's really just subjective, and it's all just emotions.
So and again, Black people don't know history. They don't know anything. So, for example, you talk about all of these white groups. Now, Little Richard was running around saying he wasn't getting any credit, but who was he talking about? Every rock and roll band, from the Beatles, Rolling Stones, all of them paid homage to all of the Black
They
rock and
never.
roll.
If you ask the Rolling Stones and all those guys, the Beatles, they never mention white artists. They don't mention Pat Boone. They never talk about Pat Boone or Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley never.
All they talk about is like Fats Domino's, Buddy Guy,
So think about how dishonest it is. If I say Black people lie, think about how dishonest it is for Little Richard to say he wasn't getting credit when all of those great rock and roll bands that were white gave him credit all the time. He never said
Hall of Fame.
He never said thank you.
Never.
Like he never once said they're not giving me credit, but all of these guys are giving me credit. All of my peers give me credit. This is what I mean by.
And they allowed him to be a fruit cup too.
It's a cultural lack of character. It is. This is what I mean. This is what I'm saying. To be Black is to be controlled, because there's no onus on a Black person to have good characters. None. Because you can be a victim. How you gonna have good character and be a victim? It's impossible.
Impossible, yeah.
So Little Richard running around. Meanwhile, all of these great, who is it? I named
the Beatles, Rolling Stone.
The Beatles, Rolling Stone, somebody else.
The Doors. I can go on and on, man.
All of those. I took a music class in college one time, and in the class,
Led Zeppelin.
In the class being taught at Arizona State University, in the class, we had an entire class on rock and roll, history of rock and roll in the class. And you know that the 5 founding fathers of rock and roll, all Black
people.
Listen, there's an entire course at Arizona State about rock and roll, and we started out with the founding fathers who are all Black. So to say that they won't get no credit is insane. It's not true.
Yeah, no, 100%. I just thought, like you said,
Ike Turner's in that group. Ike Turner's in that group. Little Richard's in that group. Fats Domino's in that. It's a few Black artists that are in that group of the people that quote unquote invented rock and roll. For Black folk, but guess what? Black folks don't know. Yeah. They ain't never looked it up. They ain't never tried to study it. They don't know.
Right.
So what they do is they going off with programming and propaganda.
Yeah, Mark Lamont here. He's a wild dude, man. Again, no, PBE 777. I'm in 100% agreement with you. Somebody that says men can get pregnant are disqualified from offering their opinion on anything.
True.
The fact that Joe Budden had this guy on his podcast, it shows you what type of mentality that he is. It shows you where his mind is at. If this is the type of person that you want to come and speak to every day, and he's supposed to be representing Black people's political thoughts and ideas, because that's what he's there for. That's what Malak. He's the political. He's the political commentator on the Joe Budden show, and he constantly gets washed on Piers Morgan or any debate that he's, any platform.
Anytime you see a Black person, UK 232 said, don't forget about Chuck Berry. Yeah, Chuck Berry's one of them.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I can't forget Jackie Wilson.
And what's funny is, I dare anybody to go watch any kind of rock and roll documentary, and I guarantee it's gonna be all Black folks. They got it. I'm telling you. So this notion that Black folks haven't been given credit is a lie. It's not true. It ain't true.
Nonsense. It's nonsense. I just thought that was funny that he said that about Bruno. I was like, dang, people are actually saying that Bruno Mars is cosplaying. So hold on. So I'm playing guitar, drums, piano. I'm doing splits. I'm spinning. I'm singing my ass off, and you still say I'm cosplaying? Like, what more do I need to do? But if I sing in auto-tune, I guess I'm original, or what? I don't know, man. You can't make them happy, man.
So Bruno Mars is Filipino, Spanish. He's Filipino and Spanish.
And he's running circles around black folks. If people, go ahead.
His father is Puerto Rican and Jewish. His mom is Filipino. So I'm trying to figure out what is he like? What is the cosplay? What music should he be making?
Exactly.
What kind of music should he be making? What kind of music should a Puerto Rican, Filipino, Jewish guy? What kind of music should he be making? What
type of music should anybody making it? Like, if you like what you like. Like, nobody had an issue with John B singing, singing the songs that he was singing, or Bobby Caldwell or Michael McDonald. Right. Like, they sing, they like what they like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just totally reject this whole notion that, if you do something that within black culture, quote unquote black culture, that you have to give them praise and worship them. Like, can you just, admire what they do and just be great at it? I think what the problem is, black people hate that what it boils down to, black people hate that when you participate in something that they have dominated and you outshine them. Because let's be honest, if Bruno Mars just said, man, you know what, I'm just going to do R&B, he would take over R&B.
Right.
He would just clearly take over it because he's just that talented. Like, he's vocally better than all of them. He could dance. He could say he would just take over it. You know what I'm saying? So I guess
and what you're saying is true, because like they don't get mad at Iggy Azalea because she's trash.
Because she's trash.
Yeah, they only like you're right. They only get mad at people that are good. They don't get mad
at the ones that's really good.
Right. It's a bunch of folks cosplaying what they call black people's music, but you don't care because they trash.
Because they trash. You don't care. Exactly.
Bruno Mars, he's from Hawaii, but he's actually Filipino, Puerto Rican, and Jewish. He's not Hawaiian.
I was just about to mention that.
PBE 777 said Clint Eastwood does documentary after documentary about black artists who created jazz. He made the film Birdman about Charlie Parker.
No, it was just called Bird.
Oh, Bird.
Bird with Charlie. It came out in '88 with Forrest Whitaker. He played Charlie Parker. Classic. Okay. Really good movie. Really good movie. Really good movie.
Let me I had some other ones. Hold on. Let me see.
Segregation?
Yeah. He literally took away the, I forgot what it was, but that thing that says like businesses can't like legally segregate. And as a black person, I kind of have a little, just a slight issue with that.
Trump brought back segregation?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I must have missed it.
So you didn't, so I saw it. Yeah.
You don't know what it was called, though? Like what I could look up to find, or do I just Google Trump segregation?
You can look up Trump segregation.
Okay.
Yes.
So how are we here together? Are we going to get in trouble then if we're...
This isn't a business. I said business. Yeah.
Okay, I see.
If I walk into a business, there's nothing stopping them from being like, this is for...
whites only.
Yes.
This says Trump's new guidance doesn't legalize segregation. Here's what changed. In order to federal agencies to drop a clause in contracts about segregated facilities is largely symbolic, experts say. So the young lady, again, typical black person, doesn't know what it is, doesn't know what it's called, but just speaking so confident. Like, imagine being on camera and not knowing something, not even feeling ashamed. You just keep talking. Like,
Joy Reid told her that.
Yeah, Joy, that's all. Yeah, Joy Reid, yeah.
Joy Reid said it, or D.L. Hughley or Roland Martin said it. It must be true.
But she can't tell you what it is, though. So think about it. So that means she heard something from somebody and never verified it.
Or if they do verify, you know what? A lot of times what they do, confirmation bias. They go to these unverifiable sources that anyone can type in, like Wikipedia, and they say, "See, look right there, so and so." Anybody, like, That's one thing about the internet. It's like it's a gift and a curse.
Right. Jason Watry said, when Black musicians mismanage their money, they cry about not getting credit. Facts. That's really what it is. When they
was
go
out there
broke,
buying Cadillacs.
Yeah. When they go broke, it's racism.
They took that Cadillac. They wanted a Little Richard wanted that 57 Chevy and a new conch.
Yeah. He wanted a 57 Chevy, a new conch, and a dude to go with it. And a dude to go with it. Talk about America racist, and they got Little Richard flaming across the stage, becoming a top-selling artist. America's racist, but they got a black man
that's flaming,
Human Torch, running across the country, set everything on fire. But America's racist. You ought to stop, man. Come on.
Hey, Blanche. Hey, Little Richard was the first. He was the first Human Torch.
Man, listen. Little Richard was burning down buildings, man. Human Torch, flamethrower. Little Richard running from state to state, city to city, getting blew out. But you calling America racist? They got a gay black man making all this money, being a celebrity before white folks, but America's racist.
Tutti fruity.
Tutti fruity, even that song was fruity.
Tutti fruity. Man. Long tall Sally. Oh.
Joe Bill Sweet. She got everything that Uncle John need. Yeah. Bald head Sally.
Oh man. Hey.
When Uncle John saw Aunt Mary, he ducked back in the alley. Yeah. Now, listen, Little Richard was a pioneer of rock and roll.
Yes, sir.
He's a great man. I'm making the point that you can't say America's racist if he's literally the Human Torch flying around the United States. What are we talking about?
Oh man, he was part of the Fantastic Four. He was he was masquerading as a superhero at night and a performer during the day.
I'm not saying that man ain't talented. I'm saying that the man was allowed to be himself
with
no problem. There's no pushback.
None. Zero.
You tell me America's so oppressive and repressive. And
this was in the 50s, man.
This was in the 50s.
Yeah.
Come on.
Crazy. Yeah, I'm not buying it, man. I'm not buying it. This is why I say, man, Black history is like it's you know, it's on par with like Aesop's fables, Mother Goose, Hercules, these Greek mythology, man. Because this, come on, man, stop it. What we doing?
I'm gonna play 2 more videos. Hold on, Crystal has something. She got this.
What's up, Crystal? What's up with you?
Senator Raphael Warnock is here, but I wish I had my governor here, Stacey Abrams, but they couldn't take a strong black woman.
They couldn't fit Stacey Abrams in there.
Yo, I've been laughing at this clip for about 2 days, man.
Hey, Crystal. Is Crystal in here?
No, she ain't here.
Oh man, that's terrible.
I wish I had my governor here, Stacey Abrams, but they couldn't take a strong black woman.
They couldn't fit Stacey Abrams in there.
Yo.
Hey, I ain't know Crystal had that in her, man.
Dude, Crystal is hilarious.
Wow.
This is so fun. Well, I'm having to say for 2 days, man. The way she was like, no, they couldn't fit Stacey Abrams in there.
No, that's facts. That's facts, man.
Hold on, I got 2 more. This one right here, you're gonna love this one.
Don't mean to be rude, right? One of us is a licensed attorney, and I don't know what you do.
I'm a licensed insurance broker.
That does not make you an attorney. Everything you're talking about, okay, is secondary to the statement that I'm making, right? and that is, you do not have a right to privacy in public. So you, like, if you want, you do not have a right to privacy in public, full stop.
So?
No, there's no so. Full stop. You have no right to privacy in public. There is not. I don't mean to be rude, right? One of us is a licensed attorney, and I don't know what you do.
I'm a licensed insurance broker around
That does not make
data,
you an attorney.
privacy, security.
The need to be right.
There is no right to privacy in public.
What I'm saying, okay. All right.
You have no expectation of privacy in public.
I think that it's holding on for the argument over it.
Well, no, you're trying to have a conversation about how rules that govern contracts between businesses.
Very like questions.
But you're missing the broad point of it, right?
I think you're missing.
Now she tried to play the victim because you see her. She's talking about the conversation. These are supposed to be very light questions. Now keep in mind,
she's trying to tone police.
Yeah, because she's wrong.
Because she's wrong. Instead of just conceding and realizing that you're out of your steez, like this is not your wheelhouse. You just want to go back and forth with this guy for the sake of because he's white.
Because he's white, and he has
white. Every opportunity that these black women get, they're going to rebel. They're going to, this is my moment. This is my moment to let the slave master know that you're not going to overthrow me. You're not going to oh, I'm not like my ancestors. This is foolishness. And like this dude is a lawyer. He's an attorney. You don't know what you're talking about. What you're saying. I don't even have to be an attorney to know that what she's saying is just stupid.
Well, what's funny about him is he has a sign literally says
ask a lawyer.
Right. So that means you went over there and asked him a question. And now you're arguing. It literally says ask the lawyer. You go over there to ask a lawyer a question, and now you're arguing with him. What does that work? If it was a sign that said ask a dentist, and somehow you arguing with the dentist.
Right.
Or ask a doctor. You argue like, what are you arguing, man? You're literally coming here to ask the lawyer a question.
Exactly. That's just.
He said I'm a licensed attorney. She says I'm a licensed
insurance broker.
Girl, what? Who cares? Remember those commercials? Somebody be like, "Mel, are you a doctor?" Nobody say out of the Holiday Inn. Remember those?
Right. Yeah. I remember from like a decade ago.
It's kind of like that. She's like, are you a lawyer? She's like, no, when I stay at a Holiday Inn, though.
Right.
Okay. All right.
This is ridiculous. And look, man. Hey, look, folks. We get it. Look at Jesse Peterson say, we're not talking about black people, every single black person. They're not all.
I'm talking about 99%.
We just talk about 99% of y'all.
Yeah, 99%.
Yeah.
PBE77 said the Supreme Court ruled on that decades ago. You have zero expectation of privacy in public. That's why anyone can film you or in any public area without permission. Literally, it says public. It literally says public area. It's public. Like that's public.
What exactly. Yeah.
And again, this is the sisterhood. This is black women being black women. Wrong is two left shoes.
And you can't argue with them because they'll say, "Why are you arguing with a woman?"
But if
that's the case, like Tommy Sotomayor said the other day, so why are they allowed to argue with me then?
Facts.
If I'm not supposed to argue with a woman, why are they allowed to argue with me?
Somebody asked, I'm gonna let you because we gotta go pretty soon. Somebody asked a question. Oh shoot. I'm sorry. I'm at the wrong one. Somebody asked a question. They said, so is there a fix for all this, Blanche? Yes, it is. And when I offer solutions, black folks get upset. There's plenty of solutions. The first solution is, dear black men, stop making excuses. Like what's funny is the solutions are all character-based. Every solution that we've ever encountered in life, every problem, was always a solution-based answer attached to it. So everything is a character solution. So your community, Black people, is trash. It's trash. And you can fix it by the men not having excuses, the women having humility, keeping their legs closed, the children reading and writing on grade level. That's the parents' fault. So now you got to come together to raise the children, Black man, Black woman. Stop spreading STDs. Like, it's simple stuff. It's an easy fix for Black people. Stop voting.
Like you said,
stop voting 99% Democrat. Like, it's easy fixes. These aren't hard fixes. Tierra says, well, stop being Black then. Exactly.
I mean, the number one solution, man, come back to Christ.
Okay, well, I was getting to that.
I knew you was.
That's the ultimate solution. Is Jesus. That's it.
Yeah, that's the ultimate. Because you if you become more Christ-like, that's going to change your character. All those flaws that you guys have in regard to how you view the world and how you perceive things, it's going to dissipate. It's going to change. But as long as you continue to subscribe to these destructive ideologies, man, you're going to get the same results. And that's my thing. Like, when it comes to Black people, like, the results are in. That's like, I need to make that a t-shirt. The results are in. The results are in.
And they're in. The results are in.
The Black women are the least the least desired woman in the world when it comes to marriage and when it comes to dating. I'm not saying that to be mean. The results are in. The people have spoken. That's not me saying that. That's what the people are saying. That's what the white man, the Black man, that's what they're saying. The results are in when it comes to Black people bringing, cultivating strong families. The results are in. They don't do it. 25% of Black women will marry in their lifetime. The results are in. Black women lead disproportionately in STDs in the United States and abortion. The results are in. Black men lead in homicides and violence disproportionately. The results are in. So this is not me being mean or trying to rake Black people over the coals. I want to see a change within the culture, but the culture, the change is not going to take place until you look within. It's not going to start until you look within. Right. All of these things, the white man he has no bearing on it. None. The white man can't make you be a better husband, better wife, a better father. He has no role in those things. Right. The same things that you claim that only affect Black people, they affect white people too. All these things this bipartisan government is doing, it affects everybody. Right. There's not no Black people, get out of your head about this concerted effort to destroy you guys. Like, no one's thinking about y'all. Like, they're really not. So I just, that's my say on that.
Y'all heard it. The results are in. Hold on one second. Thank you, Cruise Missile, for the super sticker. And thank you again, sir. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, but like he just said, people, the results are in. So when we have these discussions and conversations, we're going to bring up the numbers. All of this feel good talking points, we're just going to go to the numbers because we're going to go by what we call measurable data. That's all we have to go off of is measurable data, because measurable data is objective. It ain't his opinion, my opinion, your opinion. It's just what the numbers say. And the numbers don't fare well for you, Black people. They just don't. And everything he said is 1,000% correct. Even, can I add, that the majority of Black children in the United States cannot read, write, or do math on grade level.
It's a fact.
So that means even not just the adults, but even going down to the children.
The children, yeah. I just wanted to say this real quick, Blanche. I think a lot of people see us talk like this, and they think that we get a kick out of talking like this. They think that we like this. Like, we're doing this to mock you guys and to, like, we're having a beer, we're toasting behind closed doors, and we're laughing, and we're sitting on our high horse, and we're pointing our fingers. Like, no, that's not what we're doing. We may not consider ourselves Black, but we are Negroes. We share the same melanin that you guys do. We just don't share the mentality. That's it. We don't get any satisfaction off of seeing people that look like us destroy themselves. I would love to be. I wish that everything that came out of my mouth in regarding to me saying the results, I wish all of that was wrong. I would love for all those things to be a lie, but guess what? They're not. Like he said, measurable data. You guys can research this stuff yourself. Oh, well, white people, there's more white people that kill. We're talking about disproportionately. Disproportionately. If you went to school, if you knew what that word means, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So,
yeah. So, listen, people, Black people are 12% of the U.S. population. They should not be leading in any category.
None.
Think about what I'm telling you. They are 12% of the population. They shouldn't be leading in a single category at 12%. Zero. The fact that Black people at 12% are leading in categories is insane. Either Black folks ain't that bad and America's just that great, or y'all are just that bad and America's that bad. Because for y'all to be leading the pack in these things is crazy.
Nah, facts.
B. Simmons said they didn't go to school.
Man, it's sad, man, to see how these young men and women just do not go to school. They don't value it, man. All of them go be athletes. All of them go be YouTubers, streamers.
Yeah, but guess what? That market is not going to work though, because I'm watching everybody's numbers going down on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
And I realized I thought it was something else, but you know what it really is?
Even the big YouTubers numbers are like everybody's numbers. Yeah.
You know what I realized is that there's more content creators. So that means that people that were watching 5 years ago are now creating.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's so much competition now. I've seen people that was 2 or 3 years ago, millions of views. Now they're down to like 200,000.
Yeah. It's affecting everybody. Yep. Yeah.
So I think I'm going to have you on again.
No, I appreciate it, brother, man. This been great, man. It's been everything I expected to be, man. I appreciate it. I love what you do, man. You are a shining light in society. I don't even want to just limit you to the Black community in society, man. I'm gonna give you your flowers, brother. I love what you do. And you truly are a one of one, man. Like, I consider you not just a friend, but a brother.
I appreciate it. Thank you, man. Thank you for giving my flowers, man. I appreciate it.
Nah, man, you a legend. You a legend, man.
I appreciate it.
When the dust clears and settles, man, they go realize, man, hey, this dude right here, because there's a lot of people that's, that say that they speaking the truth, but like me and you say all the time, like they're just regurgitating things that's already have passed the Overton window. Like the Overton window approved these things,
right?
Like these things have been. Oh, you can say this, you can say that. Like, so these things they're not controversial. A lot of these talking points, they sound abrasive now. I mean, they sound abrasive depending on who's saying it, but these talking points that a lot of these Black conservatives are echoing have already been, they already got their stamp of approval. The things that you say, the things that Tommy Sotomayor say, y'all, ain't nobody approve none of this stuff, man. Y'all just going off the, just observation. And like I want to just say this, just in final, like, Blanche is not being malicious when he talks like this. He's not, man. He comes from a place of love, man. It gotta, for him to get on live and have this many lives, man, legendary content, man, got some of the best content on YouTube, hands down. And for him to not be reaping the benefits monetarily. Like, nah, man, he do this because he loves, people. He loves, black people, white people, everybody. It's not malicious. It's not to mock, no one. It's not to make fun of anybody. He do this for the love, man. I know this because I've had hours of conversation with this brother, and I never hear him really, I could tell that he got love in his heart for you guys, man. So,
where can they find you?
Yeah, I'm on, man. I'm just getting my Instagram page back up, man. They took my IG page. Y'all done complained, had me removed, but I'm on Making Conservative Look Cool on YouTube. I'm about to start doing my podcast again, man. But I do got a lot of content prior to, me taking a hiatus, but I'm about to get back on. So, you can, follow me on Making Conservatism Look Cool 2, the number 2. And you can find me on you can find my YouTube page, Making Conservative Look Cool on YouTube. So
yes, Justice for PA for the LPA. Blanche, would you ever do an After Dark channel giving controversial advice that's subscription only? Yeah, I sure would if people would sign up. Listen. I can go and give y'all some cutthroat, no holds barred information,
unadulterated, unfiltered,
unadulterated, I can give y'all some, easy. But yes, hold on, Nikki has something. Let me see. When you love your neighbors as you love yourselves, you're going to speak the truth.
Beautiful.
Right. And so I don't have any ill will towards anybody at all.
He really don't. I'm telling y'all, he really don't. He don't.
I don't. At the same time, I know where all this stuff's going to lead to. And so people are asking me to watch them walk into a furnace. I'm like, what y'all, I'm going to say something. Even one young lady, she was like, why do you care that I'm a stripper? And I'm like, how you gonna get mad at me because I want better for you? Are you crazy? Like, how you gonna get mad at me because I don't want you to be?
Why I say it's culture.
I don't want you to be a stripper because I see you better than that. How you gonna get upset because I want better for you? That's insane.
It's insane. Yeah, they want to do what they want to do, and again, this is why I say the results I end, because until these things become frowned upon, nothing's going to change. Too many things in the Black community. There's no shame. These things are just not frowned. They're not. They're not ubiquitous when it comes to being frowned upon, and that's just where we at. And
I'm gonna say this too: when we talk about Black people, it's not an echo chamber, meaning that Black people, what they're doing is affecting the entire planet. So we're not just speaking on Black people and Black culture like it's just in its own confined little space. No, the way Black people are is affecting everything in the world.
It metastasizes.
Yeah, policies, economics, everything is being affected by how Black people move and think. It is. So Black people have too much power in America, too much economic power, political power, and social power to be ignored. They have too much power. For people like Kamala Harris to even be able to run for president is too much power. For Barack Obama to win is too much power. For Jasmine Crockett to even be a household name, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. Too much power. Think about Black people that are in this country right now and how much power and influence they have. Just think about it. They shouldn't have any influence. Now listen, if you get influence based on your character and your merit, I'm for it. I don't care about your skin color. But Black folks are getting this kind of stuff because they're Black. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Not because they're good at what they do, not because they're qualified, it's because they're Black. It's causing a huge, it even has Trump bending the knee.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you inviting Black people to the White House?
To the White House. Why? Yeah.
Why? Now listen, if you invite them for doing something, I'm all for it. But not because they just Black. No.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. It's almost like they mocking you guys, man, and this doesn't make it. It's enabling Black people, man. As long as this culture is not, right now, this is critical mass, man. We don't have time to hear soft spoken words, You know, when we're, you know, like the Bible says, you know, Isaiah 58:1, cry aloud and spare not.
Right.
You know, cry aloud and spare not. So the truth is not going to soothe you all the time. It's supposed to convict you. It's supposed to want to make you want to change. That's what it did with me. It made me look at myself and change. And I believe that's what, like you say all the time, Blanche, black people have too much pride, too much racial idolatry. Like Jason Whitlock say, like it's black, then it's Christ. It's black, then it's Allah. It's black, then it's Buddha. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I hear people, I'm watching the Corey Holcomb show and he's like, man, he got mad because at Anson Daniels because Anson put Christ over over being black. And
that's what got him all that heat.
And that's exactly, even though Anson don't walk like a Christian, but that's what he said. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, are you curious? But that's how most black people think. They think that you should believe you're black before anything. You're black before you're a Christian. You're black before your faith. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing it. Nah, y'all can go ahead and run into this burning building if y'all want to. I'm good. I'm cool. It's cold red right now, and the black community, in the melanated community, cold red, critical mass. Yeah.
Listen, y'all, tell Dia Monet, she's in the comments. Tell her to come on this, not today, but just so I can talk with her, because when I tell you Dia Monet's stories, she always, erase them at 24 hours, but her stories, I'll be fascinated listening to her talk. Dia Monet, you got to come on and talk about this stuff, please. You got to. She'll go from the hair care, face products, and then jump right into the Jesuits and the occults and wow. She go from skincare, working out, the occult, back to skincare, working out, back to the occult.
That's wild. That's interesting. I can't pull that one off. That's unique.
She is truly but just has great insight. And Nico said, count me in. Okay, count you in too. But America is collapsing. Yes, LARPing for cash. America is collapsing, and it's largely due to black people. And I'm going to say this right now. Immigration did not become an issue until black folks got political power.
Exactly.
That's when it became a problem. Before that, it wasn't a problem because black folks had political power. Once black folks got political power, the immigrants started flooding in. The gays took over. Think about what happened on Black People's Watch.
What a coincidence. What a coincidence. What a coincidence. What a coincidence, So it's crazy how they just ignore these things, man. But when your mind is constantly fixated on just being oppressed, you don't, and like you say, man, it removes all critical thinking. You don't even question these things. Like, you don't even question, like, your existence as black people, as a voting bloc, is being challenged right now. And y'all don't even care. Y'all don't even care. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's you're fighting two different fronts, man, that you both play a huge pivotal role in. And until they see that, man, the same things that you complain about, you contribute to. It's almost like a guy, saying, yeah, I'm conservative, and I'm not, these women out here are bad. They passing around STDs and they sleeping with a bunch of guys, but you sleeping with them. You contributing to the same culture that you complain about.
Right.
You black people, you talk about but we only represent 12-13% of the population, which you've represented that number since 1987, which is insane. 12-13% of the population, but you disproportionately lead the nation in abortions and homicides year in and year out. So how are your numbers ever going to increase? This is a problem that you can fix. Just choose not to.
And now we can add poor health because they're not working out, diabetes, cancer. They're leading that too.
Oh yeah, we didn't even get to that.
We didn't even get to the. And so when we start talking about this stuff, the problem is they're asking me to see all this go on and be quiet. Black men leading the country in homicide is a problem.
Major problem.
It's a problem.
Sweep it under the rug. Sweep it under the rug.
No, it's a problem because
look the other direction.
This is what's hard for us to understand. They don't get this part. If Black women lead the country in abortion, that's not just a one-off issue. That spills into single motherhood. That spills into high STD rates.
The welfare state.
That spills into abuse. That spills into drug addiction. That spills into poor education. Like these things spill into all these other areas. So it's not just the homicide, the abortions, the not reading on grade level. It's these things spill into everything. And what you have is a whole network of debt, destruction, and damnation. But they're asking me to know what's going on and see it and not say anything. What they want. They want me to be quiet about it. And it's funny because when our brain folks on this show right here, they ain't talking about nothing Black, folks be getting mad. Or they ain't really a Christian. Or they ain't this. Or they talking. I'm like, what? Make your mind up.
Exactly.
Listen, when I branch out and talk about other stuff, folks still get mad.
They go mad, yeah.
So you can't say I talk about only Black stuff because when I go out to other stuff, y'all complain about them, saying my they ain't Christian or whatever.
Can't win for losing, man. Can't win for losing.
I want to bring 100 Days of Summer on here. I know they're gonna say about him. I know they're gonna say about him. He ain't a Christian. He ain't. I'm like, come on,
everybody can be redeemed, man, in the eyes of the Lord, man. Everybody. So that's what I say, you know.
But again, I'm not gonna stop, dear Black people, and I want to give you all the satisfaction. I want to be when you all go to bed at night, I want to be that voice in your ear. You know, I want to be that voice telling you that you're weak and pathetic.
Oh, you need to hear it, man. I'm sorry, hey man. You need to hear that. You need to. It's like a coach. You know that coach that was calling you numbnut. You know, calling you, you know, dickhead. Like, yo, but it worked.
Yeah,
it was tough love, man. It made me a better player, man. Like everybody can't be Tony Dungy, man. Like I needed that Bill Parcells type coach. You know, I needed that kick in the ass. I needed, you know.
Yes, Prudence. I'm so happy that I'm at 6,000 subscribers. I'm happy. Thank y'all so much. I'm happy. I am happy. I got the 6,000.
They dirty, man, on IG. Disgusting.
It only took 5 years. It only took 5 years, but I got it.
Supposed to be 5 zeros behind that.
I received it.
Six zeros behind that.
I received
behind that 6.
Jason Watry said the spiritual connection from murder in the womb to murder in the streets is a direct correlation. It is, because like I just said, if you don't value life in the womb, you're not gonna value life in the streets. Like it's how it is. Like if you don't care you have a child with, think about this. I'm gonna let you go. If you don't care about who you have a child with, you don't really care about life. Your most important decision, one of them, is who you're going to procreate with. Well, maybe the most important decision. If y'all decide to have a child and bring it into this world, you don't care about the person you're having it with. That's insane.
I agree, brother. Man, it's been a pleasure, man. Like I said, man, this has been an honor, homie. Man, we gotta do this again, man. We gotta do this again. You know.
Yeah, he got a great name, right? He can do a whole lot of branding with this. Making conservatism look cool.
That's original too. I ain't get that from nobody. I ain't jack nobody for that. I'm just, you know, still trying to figure out what's my next move in this whole YouTube social media thing, man. But we got brothers like Blanche holding the torch down, keeping it, you know, holding that torch, man, being consistent with this great content, man. So
One more thing. Andrea said America's most prolific serial killer in history is a black man who went undertaken for 50 years.
Who that is? That Cynthia G? No, I'm just playing.
Right.
I'm just playing. That sounds like something Cynthia G was saying. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you, though. I'm messing with you.
But it's true because think about it. That's how dangerous black culture is. That a serial killer can just walk around in the black community for 50 years.
50 years, yeah.
Nobody said you done. Now listen, in 50 years, somebody done seen something. He done been caught several times in 50 years. Listen, I'm not playing that game with y'all. In 50 years, he done been caught several times. But they didn't say
That's
nothing.
crazy. Yeah. Wow.
All right, man. I'm gonna let you go. Thank y'all so much. Listen, we love y'all. And we'll be back again doing this. I may go live tomorrow morning. Y'all don't know, but I haven't decided yet, but I might talk about the circus. Anyway, I love y'all, and I will see y'all soon. Thank you.
All right. Good night.